Good evening, Bio Nation. I hope you are doing well tonight. My name is Matt Williamson, and you are watching Marietta College Esports. Tonight, we have the rematch of the... Well, maybe not the rematch of the century. Maybe not the... We have the rematch of the month. There we go. We'll say the rematch of the month. So, our Overwatch team will be going up against Lourdes University. Now, before you say that you have a case of deja vu, yes, we have played against Lourdes just a couple of weeks ago, actually. So if you're wondering why are we playing Lourdes again, well, this is part of the NACE Overwatch Challenger competition. And it just so happened that Lourdes and us were in the same pool and we were picked to play against each other. So it's as if fate just said, okay, you guys are going to be playing against each other again. So Lourdes did take down the Pioneers the last time we went up against each other. We'll see if tonight is any different. But before we get into that, let's take a look at who's going to be playing for today. And as we mentioned the other day, we have quite a few new players on our team. But for tonight, we will have freshman Jasmine Smith Extra Explorer playing. We will have sophomore Tyler Satanitro Azadale playing. We will have senior Manning Shaw Granny Tsunade playing. We will have senior Morgan White Neptune playing, junior Caleb Bradley Shadow Dragon playing, and then finally one of our newcomers, freshman Faith Clark Darkrai playing as well. Now let me get everyone invited into the lobby because I've been invited to the lobby, so let me get everyone in here. I believe that is everyone. There we go. Okay, yeah, so we're getting everything ready. This is going to be a best of 5. Actually, I need to make sure I do one other thing real quick to make sure that I do not inadvertently disqualify my team here. So let me take care of one thing real quick on the mainline site. Give me 1 second here, folks, while you just take a look at the roster here. So we go to matches because I need to make sure that we check in. All right, checking in and just making sure that I have the correct lineup. See here. Them in here and take this person out and put this person in. That's still not correct. Hold on. I got to get this thing all set up properly. The mainline site is definitely not acting up a little bit. So hold on here as I... Okay, there we go. Make sure the roster here looks good. Yes. All right. Confirming that we checked in. So while we're getting things here set up, let's go over a couple quick announcements. So first of all, we are in the middle of a campaign with the rest of the college where we are doing our virtual stadium sellout. Once again, if you remember last year, the way this worked, you can purchase a virtual ticket. The goal is to sell out Don Drum Stadium. I think the goal is to raise $25,000, and you can designate your gift to any varsity esports program you like. Any esports program you would like. I'm not thinking straight tonight. Any varsity athletic program you like, including esports. You see where I'm going with this. So if you would like to designate esports as your gift, we would greatly appreciate it. Any amount no amount is too big or too small to help support our esports program. But you can also choose other teams if you like, but it would be nice if you support our program. But you can go to bit.ly/MC Stadium 2021 to make your gift. So we have that coming up. Also coming up this week, it will be our tryouts. So if you're a high school senior and you are looking to participate in esports as part of your college experience, we can give you scholarships for that. Now, we do have tryouts this Saturday as part of our open house event that's put together by our admissions department. Now, if you haven't registered for the open house event yet, I believe it is too late to do that. If you have signed up for the open house event and you would like to try for an esports scholarship, you can definitely go to the links below that you see on your screen here. You can go to bit.ly/MC Recruit to fill out our recruitment form. You would want to apply for admission at marietta.edu/apply. But the big one is to fill out our tryout form, bit.ly/MC Esport Tryouts. That has a list of all of our in-person and online dates for the tryouts. So if you're not able to schedule a tryout for this Saturday, we will have another set of in-person tryouts in mid-November. I want to say November 13th. I think it's that Saturday. But our next online tryouts will be on Saturday, December 11th. So if you're not able to come to campus to try out, we do have online tryouts through our Discord server. So you can definitely sign up there. And while you do not have to necessarily apply to try out for a scholarship, you have to apply and be accepted in order to receive an official scholarship. So if you try out without applying, I could say, I want to give you a scholarship, but I can't give you a piece of paper formally stating you got the scholarship unless you have applied and have been accepted. Okay. As for the upcoming match schedule, so we'll go ahead and take a look at the remainder of our Overwatch schedule for the GLEC. This Saturday is actually going to be a bye week. We do not have any matches this Saturday, so we won't be streaming a whole lot, except, and I don't have an image for this, and I really need to, we will be hosting a Super Smash Brothers tournament this Saturday. So this is actually going to be a pretty busy Saturday for our program with the tryouts and our Smash tournament. So this is open to any Marietta College student to compete for who is the best Smash player on campus. There are prizes where you can win up to $250 if you win, and there are other prizes for second and third place. And we do plan to stream that on our Twitch channel. So that'll be around 4 o'clock Eastern time. So if you're looking for a little Super Smash Brothers Ultimate action going on, then please be sure to join us this Saturday at 4 o'clock, and we will get that to you. Meanwhile, the following Saturdays, we will have some pretty big matches in our conference. We'll be playing against Ohio Northern on October 23rd, and we'll be playing against Tryouts University on October 30th, and then we'll be playing against Mount Vernon Nazarene University, currently scheduled for November 6th, but I will tell you right now that we are going to have to reschedule that just because of trying to set up some playoff stuff for the conference. So once we know when that'll be rescheduled, we'll get that information to you. So if you're not following us on our social media channels, this is the time to do so. So you can go to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of it at Marietta Esports. You just search for Marietta Esports or put in at Marietta Esports. You'll find us there. Hit that follow button. That way, if you want to find out the latest updates with what's going on with our esports program, you can definitely check that out. Okay, so I've been here in the lobby for like 5 minutes, and I don't know why no one's done the ready checks yet, because it looks like everything here seems to be good. I think everyone's just kind of having a good time in the chat for the most part. So as soon as I see the ready checks, we will get this match underway. It is a best of 5 series, and the first map will be Legion Tower. It will be a control map. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the ready checks. So I'm just going to put in one more shameless plug while we're waiting, because we mentioned about the esports scholarship. I mean, we're always looking for players for our esports program for fall and spring of next year. So we have a variety of titles if you're wondering what we're playing. I mean, we have Fortnite, Hearthstone, League of Legends, Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Super Smash Brothers, and Valorant. So that's right, we've actually put together quite a few new teams for this coming year. A lot of exciting times for our esports program, and hopefully in a few weeks we'll have some huge announcements about how things are going with our esports program, but we're not ready for that just yet. So I'm giving you a little bit of a teaser of things to come with our program. But whether you are a high school student or you're a current Marietta College student, we are always looking for people for our teams. So if you're interested, please get a hold of me. If you're a high school student, you can fill out our recruitment form at bit.ly/mcrecruit. I am getting the ready checks. So I have to get the audio going here, because we should be starting up this first map real soon. Is Lourdes asked if we're ready, and Marietta said they're ready. I've been ready for about 5 minutes now, and I think you guys have been ready too. There's the go button, so let's get this underway. Marietta College versus Lourdes University. If you think Marietta can get revenge on Lourdes, let's see that hype in the chat. All right, now we're gonna see what everyone will be picking. So the compositions are gonna be very interesting. Who's gonna be playing what? I have heard a little bit of insider information that Marietta is changing up some roles that you might have not seen before, so we're going to see how that plays a role here. Maybe trying to mix some things up and trying to throw Lourdes off for a loop, thinking, okay, that person usually plays this role, they're going to play something else. But we shall see. But, all right, so it looks like we're going to have Shadow Dragon and Darkrai on tank. So we're going to see the Rhine Diva combination, very popular. At DPS, we will see Extra and Neptune. So there's your first curveball for tonight, folks. Extra is going to be on DPS, playing the Symmetra. Neptune will be on the McCree. And then at support, we are going to see Azadale and Granny Tsunade on the Anna and Mora. And meanwhile, we're going to see, looks like a double shield comp for Lourdes. But both are going to be using the Symmetra strat, so we'll see who can get to the map first. We're going to take a look at the Pioneers over here. And actually, Neptune swaps over to Tracer instead. And Marietta took their time to get to the middle, and Lourdes is already on the point. So Marietta's going to try to use some turrets to get some damage out. Jack's got to be careful with that Symmetra turret, already losing his shield. Trying to take down the turret, but it's going to end up falling to Devious. Lourdes is going to be starting to push forward, taking out two for the Pioneers already. But we see Neptune is continuing to contest that control point, but I think they're going to have to concede and let Lourdes take it first. And Neptune is out of nowhere and going to get taken out. Pioneers are getting pushed back. Dark tries to make a move, but she's going to get taken out as well. But Marietta needs to find a pick on that Devious because he has just been a big threat for the Pioneers so far, being right up everyone's faces. So right now, Marietta is just kind of pinned at the choke points, so they need to find an opening. So what can they do here? They're trying to use teleports to go back and forth, but it doesn't seem to be working very well. We got to give credit to Lourdes' position here. A huge shadow there by Devious. Shadow Dragon's going to get nanoed, but it's not going to be enough for stay alive. Darkrai is going to lose her mech. And Marietta just keeps being pushed back to their spawn point. We're seeing Neptune is swapped to the Widow, trying to see if he can get a pick from distance, but going to swap back over to the McCree. And we see Extra bringing out the Reaper. Coalescence is ready for Granny Tsunade, and Mary's going to rotate around. This is probably a good move here because if that choke point isn't working, let's find another way to get to the point. So they're going to try to use the high ground, but Lourdes is right there to meet them. Marietta will be rotating around. Darkrai is out of her mech, so she's got to be very careful. Very squishy right now at 85%, so she should be able to get back into her mech soon. Shatter is ready for Shadow Dragon. And there's the mech for Diva. At the line, Shadow Dragon and Escort do go down though. Neptune does take down one, so it is a 5-for-6. Coalescence is going to be coming out for Granny Tsunade. But will Marietta get any more follow-up? And I don't think they're getting much out of the Coalescence. Lourdes just kind of used the natural cover to stay alive. Points at 90%, so Marietta's going to have to make a move. Neptune's trying to charge in, but he's going to get shattered by Devious. Going to get taken out by Sergeant Cam. Window's going to be coming out, and Lourdes is popping all their ults to get Marietta off the point. And it is at overtime, but everyone did get taken out, and Lourdes, without much difficulty, is able to take the first round. But yeah, a lot of that came down to just Devious being a great frontliner and Oa doing a lot. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but Oa's been doing a lot of damage and been a big threat. Don't know why there was an audio hiccup there for a second. But it looks like Marietta's going to kind of stick with a similar comp, except Shadow Dragon's going to bring out the Roadhog this time. So we're going to have like a couple of off tanks instead of any main tanks. And Neptune's going to be using the Symmetra, going to try to use that strat to get to the points quicker. Devious swapping over to the Wrecking Ball. Very interesting choice. Looks like kind of like a partial in-your-face dive comp. Marietta does use the teleporter, and they're in. Devious is right onto the point, though. Gets antied. Granny Tsunade gets taken out by Oa, though, on that Sombra. So Marietta does get to the point first. Extra does get taken out, though. And so does Neptune. So despite the fact that Mary is getting to the point first, they're having trouble getting picks, and Lourdes is just picking off the Pioneers one by one. And Lourdes will capture the point first. But we'll see if Marietta makes a swap here. Looks like Shadow Dragon's going to swap over to D.Va. Darkrai is going to go onto the Orisa. No, actually, no. Shadow Dragon's going to bring back the Rhine. Meanwhile, Neptune's going to swap over to the McCree, knowing that the semester strat is not going to work at this point. Azadale already has Nano ready, so we'll see if he pops that Nano onto Shadow Dragon or if he pops it onto someone else. Maria's going to rotate over to the backside. Oh is already there, though. Going to try to get the hack onto Shadow Dragon. Does get hacked, and he's overextended a little bit. Got to be careful. Pulse Bomb's going to come out, takes out Darkrai. Neptune does take down Oh, though, so this might be the opportunity Maria needs. It's a 5v5, and the mines are going to come out for Devious, taking out Granny Tsunade. And meanwhile, Shadow Dragon gets Nano, but he's out by himself, going to get taken out. And Lourdes is doing a great job of separating the Pioneers, preventing them from being able to stay as a group and collapse on any one target. But Marietta's going to have to find a single target and collapse on that one person. Punish anyone that overextends. And we're going to see Oa still in that Sombra, trying to cause problems, trying to get some hacks going in. So we're seeing that the control point's at 70%. Marietta does not have a whole lot of time. And EMP is ready for the Sombra, and we'll see that may play a role very soon. Tracer's from behind, and there's the EMP, along with the Pulse Bomb, and Lourdes has just collapsed on the Pioneers, taking them all out. Neptune's the only one to alive. Never mind, he's dead. So that is a team kill for Lourdes. The Lourdes has just been completely controlling this map at 93%. And the Ned has been able to take down Azadale very quickly. Hainu's going to be coming down for Neptune, trying to find anything, but not going to get anything. Lourdes will take the first map. Play of the game will actually go to the Ned Nerve with that Pulse Bomb on Tracer. Gets the Pulse Bomb, EMP comes out, Pulse Bomb takes out Azadale, and just great follow-up there. So that first map will go to Lourdes. So we'll see if the Pioneers can make any adjustments.
Epic, pure class.
I know they were trying some different roles here. Maybe they'll keep those roles. Maybe they will try to change up the roles. But with the second map, Marietta will get to choose what that map is. And then Lourdes will get to choose the side. And I can never remember. Let's see, what's the map? So it should be Hybrid next, if I remember correctly. I'm double checking the rules. Yeah. So next map should be Hybrid. So Marietta will get to choose it. And it looks like they're going to go with Eichenwald. Yeah, they are asking for Eichenwald. So now we'll see how Lourdes, what side Lourdes will go to do. So will they go defense first, or will they go offense first? Usually defense makes the most sense, but you never know. Last time when we played against Manchester wanted to play offense first, and that worked very well for them. Okay, so we're just kind of waiting for the map changes. There's the map change. Now we're going to see the side, and I'm going to guess that Lourdes is going to want to play on defense first. Because then if you hold very early on, it's not going to take much to basically take the map when you're on offense. All right, so we're still waiting for the ready checks. We're waiting for almost, okay, yeah. Marietta's saying they're ready, so we're just waiting to see if Lourdes is ready. Yeah, I think Lourdes is Yep, Lourdes is saying they're ready, so we should be getting started. And Lourdes will be on defense first. I'm just waiting for him to hit the button. There we go.
Traveling to Eichenwald.
Alright, good old Eichenwald. So the big challenge here for the Pioneers is going to be handling this archway right here. It's the big choke point to make their way over to the payload. So we'll see how Marietta can try to get through Lourdes' defense through this choke point and then be able to capture this payload and then be able to escort it to the other side into that big, beautiful castle over there. But first things first, they got to be able to capture this payload first. If they're not able to do that, Lourdes is going to have a big advantage whenever they swap to offense.
Ready for battle.
So let's see what Marietta is going to go with here for their offense. So we're going to see the Diva Rhine. Neptune's going to be on the Sombra, and Extra is going to be on May. Very interesting choices. Asriel's going to be the Lucio to try to give some speed boost, and Granny Sonati will be on the Baptiste, trying to be able to do some healing from afar. Meanwhile, we got some interesting picks here from Lourdes. We're seeing the double shield with the Sigma and Orisa, and we're seeing that Torbjorn turret. So Marietta's going to have to be able to handle this turret. Depending on the turret placement, it could be a problem for Marietta. Interesting choice with the Frigate for heals, or support I should say. It's not healer, support. But yeah, Marietta's going to work their way in, and they're going to see that turret. But hopefully they notice it and do something about it. But they see it, and Ryan will charge it and take it out. So the turret does get taken out. But now, how is Marietta going to handle this choke point? Lourdes is putting up a pretty good defense from the other side. I would think they would be a lot closer. So Marietta's going to be able to go underneath the choke point and start making their way over to the payload. Darkrai does lose her mech though, but they are starting to make their way onto the point. The next turret does get taken out by X-Ray, and there's the Maywell coming. Doesn't catch anyone. Now we see Marietta's going to try to kiss away. Shadow Dragon is really far though and gets punished for it. Marietta's got to be careful. And now the Pioneers are falling one by one. Granny, Tsunade, Extra, and Darkrai do end up going down. And Marietta's going to have to fall back and reset. Shadow Dragon's out with the Rhyme, but he's got to wait for the rest of the team. Right now, it's just 3 of the Pioneers, though, going in. I don't know if you really want to peek when you only have 3 or 4. Shield's about broken, but Marietta's working their way in. They do get caught on fire by the Ash Dynamite. Window's going to be coming out by Granny Tsunade. Going to try to see if they can use that window to do some extra damage. And they do take down the Sigma, but Shadow Dragon and Extra do get taken out. Bob does get called out by Ola. And Bob is just doing a lot of damage, and Marietta's going to get pushed back. So Marietta's going to have to try again. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remain in the round. They made a little bit of progress on the point, but they were not able to get any checkpoints though. Asriel does have Beat ready. Granny Tsunade is going to swap over to the Moira. Let's see if they get a little more luck with there. Ezra's Blizzard's just about online. But we're going to see a couple ults are ready for Lourdes. We see the Windows ready. We see that Molten Core is going to be ready. Window's going to be coming out for Fulfilled. Darkrai's going to lose the back. Blizzard's going to be coming out, but not the best place for it. Did not catch anyone from Lourdes, and Marietta is split in all sorts of directions, and Lourdes is picking off the Pioneers one by one. Yeah, so... yeah, and Granny Tsunade just leaked it to reset once again. So that was unfortunate with the Blizzard. I think that was just not be able to put it in the right spot. But now about 1:10 remains. Marietta's going to work their way around to see if they can... they only got a couple fights left, so hopefully they can find an opening here. Shatter's ready, EMP's ready, Beat's ready. So they have some ults ready to go. Galita does have the Graviton Flux ready to go if needed. And he's going to use it right there. Going to catch a few. Beat's going to come out to counter it. And May will use the ice block to stay alive. So Rally's going to be coming out for Lourdes. Marietta trying to fight on there. But we're seeing the Pioneers getting taken out one by one. It just seems like they're not really clear on who the priority target should be. And here comes another Bob. Might not be necessary there. So that might actually be an advantage for Marietta for this last fight, because Bob will be gone by then. But Marietta is going to have to speed boost over to the point. 20 seconds remains. So they need to go now. They have Shatter ready. Diva Bomb is just about ready. So speed boost is coming in. Shatter comes down, but no one is there. Hit that way too early. Multicore is going to be coming out, doing some damage for the Pioneers. And 3 of the Pioneers have already fallen. There goes Shadow Dragon, the rest of the team. And Lourdes is going to hold the payload. Marietta's not going to be able to get any progress on the payload, which means Lourdes is going to have a huge advantage in this round, because all they need is to get 1 tick on that checkpoint, and they will be able to take this map.
Initiating match.
But yeah, so I mean, the good news is Marietta was able to get through that choke point I was talking about earlier, and I think Lourdes was allowing them to do that, but it seemed like there were a couple of misplaced ults that made the difference in some of those fights. So Marietta needs to clean up their ult usage. Like, they used the right ults, but they weren't using the right places or the right times.
Ready for
Now we'll see what Marietta will do here.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So now we're going to see Extra on the Torbjorn. So we'll see how the turret will play a role. Where is the turret, by the way? Oh, there it is.
5, 4, 3.
But okay, let's see how Marietta is going to be able to handle this. So we're going to see pretty much Lourdes dive comp from Lijiang Tower again. We're seeing the Echo, we're seeing the Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball is already coming in like a wrecking ball. And Echo's up in the skies. The turret does get taken out. Wrecking Ball's already causing disruption in the back line for Marietta and forcing the pull back onto the point. But they got to hold for 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And that's a really long time to hold. Wrecking Ball once again trying to cause disruption. Gets taken out. Neptune does take down O, which is what is needed, but Divas is going to take down Neptune. And Darkrai is going to lose her mech. They got to get this ball under control. They're just not finding a way to slow down and stop it. So it's just kind of swinging around and keep contesting the ball. Meanwhile, the rest of the Lourdes is going to be able to keep doing damage without any contention. Immortality Field does come down to try to keep the Pioneers alive, but they are falling one by one. Neptune does get 1 pick, but I don't think it's going to be enough. May will be... Yeah, they will drive off the Pioneers, get that first point, and that's all Lourdes needed to take that map.
Play of the game.
Play of the game will go to the Ned Nerf once again on the Tracer. Doing a lot of damage onto the back lines. Doing the Pulse Bomb is going to catch. Well, technically no one, but still doing a lot of damage. But with that, Lourdes will take the second map. So all they need is 1 more, and they will take the series. So the next one will be Escort. We'll see what Marietta decides to go with here. So once again, since they lost, they will be able to choose the map. And I think Marietta's going to go with Watch Point Gibraltar for the third map. I think. think that's what give means in the lobby chat. I'm not so sure. I guess we'll find out in just a minute. But once again, Marietta chooses the map, which means Lourdes will be able to choose the side. But yeah, I think Marietta is requesting Gibraltar. So just waiting for the lobby to be updated. Still waiting for the lobby to be updated, folks. So once we have that going, we will get the what could be the last map for tonight. But so far, it's really been just trying to deal with the tank, dealing with Devious. O has been able to do a lot of damage, but interesting, the Ned Nerb is the one that's actually been getting the plays of the game. So while he may not have been getting the initial kills that we saw from Oa, he's still a big threat, getting a lot of kills, getting a lot of assists for Lourdes. But yeah, so it is going to be watch point Gibraltar. And it looks like to make a quick swap for Lourdes roster. Looks like they're going to bring in Redlar in place of Kalita. So we should be getting the next map to you very soon. I'm just waiting for the ready checks. Still waiting for the ready checks, and no one's asked for a break. So we should be starting anytime now. Yeah, at this point, I don't know what the holdup is. I'm going to guess that both sides are still kind of going over some strategies, going over the plan for this. I mean, this is match point. So if Lourdes does take the map, they will take the series. So Marietta needs to come up with an answer because they know they're going to be on offense first. So they have to be able to make some progress escorting the payload. And if they don't get very far, then it's going to be a very easy situation for Lourdes. So they got to figure out how can they keep Devious under control. How are they going to take down Oa and the Ned Nerb? And I am seeing that Lourdes is ready. Marietta's ready. So that means we should be ready any second now. Okay, they both said they're ready. Why haven't we started yet? And here we go. Still waiting. Yeah, I don't know what the delay is. I'm just going to wait till they hit the button. And they hit the button, so we shall hit the button too.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
So here we go, folks. This is match point. Marietta is down 0-2. So they're going to have to find a way And why am I all the way over here? I need to get to the entrance. Hold on. I don't know why they make the spectator map like all the way to the end. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Alright, there we go. So there's the payload. So Marietta's gotta make some progress towards here.
Ready for battle.
And this is very... Okay, we're seeing some very interesting choices here. Marietta is going with a we have nothing to lose composition. They're bringing out the Bastion, folks. This could go very well or could go very poorly with that Bastion. Meanwhile, we're going to see a Zarya Winston combination with the Doomfist. It looks like Lourdes is looking to try to do a lot of damage even from their supports. So let's see how this goes. So they're going to try to go with a protect the Bastion. Now never mind, Neptune swaps to Widowmaker. And Darkrai probably went in a little too soon. Lost her mech's going to have to fall back. Winston's trying to get into the back lines, causing damage to the supports. Does get slept and taken out by Azendale, but Doomfist does take down Shadow Dragon. I'm sorry, Darkrai was on the was on Orisa, not Diva. My mistake from earlier. But both tanks are down for Marietta. Shadow Dragon is coming back in there though. Now Neptune's going to be on the Echo, trying to find something that's going to work, but they are starting to move that payload. Echo's trying to do some damage here. Shadow Dragon's going to lose his mech. And Winston's going to be jumping again. And a huge anti there onto the tanks. But Darkrai does take down Redler, but goes down to Devious. So it's a 1-for-1 trade for the tanks. So Marietta's starting to get a couple of picks, but they're going to have to keep pushing. The Neptune's just going to keep pushing the payload. He's just down there by himself. Now we see Shadow Dragon is trying to make a play. Neptune does take down Doomfist, but Shadow Dragon's going to be careful. He's up there by himself. He's going to have to run away. Getting very squishy. Got to get healed up. Actually does get taken down by Fulfill, but Marietta is pushing the payload. If I can get the camera under control here. What? Camera, what are you doing? What are you doing here? You know, Neptune does take down Oa. And Granny Sonati is using his window, but Neptune finally does get taken down. But Marietta has made a pretty good push. But Darkrai is going to end up going down, and so will Extra. But now Marietta's got to fall back. So while they made a good push onto the payload, now they're going to be in a little trouble because there is a pretty big choke point with that tunnel. So Marietta's going to have to find a way to get a couple more picks. Azrael does have Nano ready, but that's the only ult that's online. Neptune almost has his ultimate ready, but we see 4 ults, almost 5, ready for Lourdes. Shadow Dragon loses his back again, so that's going to put him out of commission for a little bit. And we're seeing Neptune copying the Soldier 76, but not going to get any value out of it. Meanwhile, we see Granny Knight and Darkrai trying to make a play, but Oa is going to be using Tactical Visor. Does get slept, but not before taking out 2 of the Pioneers. Darkrai's by herself, going to have to fall back, and both Granny Knight and Darkrai do end up going down. 1 minute remains in the round. And Marietta is struggling to get the picks they need. Now Neptune's going to swap over to the Pharah. We do see 3 ults are ready for Marietta now. Shadow Dragon almost has his ult ready. Granny Sonati is going to swap over to Mercy, so they're going to try Pharmacy to see if they can get some air support.
30 seconds.
Now there's 30 seconds. They got to make their way over to the point. Diva Bomb is ready. And there's going to be the Diva Bomb. Doesn't catch anyone, unfortunately. Try to get into the air. But right now, the Pioneers are so spread out. They're not really focusing on any one target, and they got to get onto the payload and start moving it. Meteor Strike's coming out in solo Bob, and now Lourdes is finding the picks they need. Marietta is trying to contest, but it's just Darkrai, and Lourdes is going to push off the Pioneers. And the first round is done.
Score 0-0. Switching.
So
sides.
Marietta was able to make some progress to the first leg, but they only got about halfway through to the first checkpoint.
Match.
So that means Lourdes just has to get the payload to this spot right here, and actually just slightly over that, and they will take the match. But we'll see how Marietta is going to defend against this very good Lourdes team. I mean, to be fair, Lourdes has a very good Overwatch program. Kudos to their director and head coach, Lamar Daniels. Right now, their varsity team is doing phenomenally. They put quite a performance up at the Hugh Fest a couple weeks ago. And we can see just the talent that they're able to recruit, even how well their JV team is doing.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Now we're seeing Neptune is going to be bringing out the Bastion this time. So this is going to be a bunker type strat with the Orisa and the with the Bastion. Surprised that they're not going to go with a Mercy to try to power up the Bastion though.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
So they're going to try to use a lot of turret damage. So Lourdes is going to push. Shadow Dragon is overextending a little bit. Going to lose the mech. Neptune does take down Sergeant Cam though. Neptune will have to rotate around. Winston's going to try to get onto the Bastion, and they are going to take down the Winston. But right now, Lourdes is pushing. They have to jump in. So while Marietta has the high ground, they're getting kills. Lourdes is just kind of moving the payload. So they're going to have to go down and handle this. Otherwise, they're going to C9 the match. I mean, they're getting kills, but guys, payload's near the end. They kind of need to deal with that. Darkrai does get slapped, but it's going to stay alive. And Neptune does finally get taken out by Devious, so Marietta is kind of holding, but now with the point so close to where it needs to be, Lourdes is going to be jumping in there, popping all their ults. We're seeing Over popping at the tactical visor, going to take some damage from behind, and Marietta just kind of seems to be a little bit all over the place. And Lourdes is going to clean up, and they will take the match.
Victory. Play of the game.
Play the game will once again go to the Ned Nerf, this time on the Doomfist with Meteor Strike. Getting several kills there. So unfortunately, Marietta will fall 0-3. I mean, we knew that Lourdes was a very good team. So it's not, the outcome is not surprising. But Marietta tried to hold what they can. It's just a lopsided battle, unfortunately. But all right, that is going to do it for us today. Because of the bye week, and also, unfortunately, our Rainbow Six team did not make it to the playoffs in Collegiate R6. We won't have any matches for you for the rest of this week. There will still be a NACE match next week. So next Monday at the, probably closer to 8:30. We won't know who that opponent is yet until a couple of days. But we will be streaming our Super Smash Bros. Tournament this Saturday. So you can definitely check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. If you are a Marietta College student and you haven't signed up for it, please be sure to do so because of the prizes that are available. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. For all the latest updates with what's going on with Marietta College Esports, please be sure to follow us here on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Marietta Esports. You can check out our previous matches on our YouTube channel at bit.ly/Marietta Esports. And if you're as impatient as I am and you need to see the VODs right away, you're always welcome to subscribe to our channel. So once again, thank you all for joining us tonight and watching our match, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.